Most small businesses that try to automate end up with a Zapier graveyard, or automations that they don't use anymore after a few runs, with none of them doing anything useful. I've looked at a dozen of these setups. There's a pattern. The businesses that get real value out of automations aren't automating more things, they're automating different things. This is an automation direction problem, where you're automating the 10-minute task and leaving the 3-hour decision running on a human, which is what's actually expensive, and nobody's telling you that. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 workflows that consistently pay back, why they pay back, and the one question you should ask yourself before automating anything. Here's why most automation fails. It optimizes for the wrong variable. When most people talk about automating a workflow, they usually mean make the typing faster, move data from form A to spreadsheet B, and auto send an email when someone signs up, copy invoices into the accounting software. That stuff is fine, but those aren't the workflows that's costing your business real money. The thing that actually bleeds hours out of small business is decision time. Not the email itself, but deciding which of the 47 unread emails actually needs a response today. Not the invoice entry, but deciding which of the invoices need approval and from which person, and whether they match what you ordered. Not the customer support reply, but deciding which ticket is P1 and which can wait till Monday. Every workflow I'm about to show you has that property. It's decision heavy, which means it compounds. Which means the moment you take it off a human's plate, you don't just save minutes. You unblock 4 other things that were waiting on that decision. That's the filter. If an automation just compresses typing, you save just a little. If it compresses a decision, you unblock the business. Number 1, lead and client follow-ups. But specifically, and this is the part where most people miss, the triage, not the sending. Here's what normally gets automated. You sign up for HubSpot or ActiveCampaign or something, and someone sold you on a drip sequence. A lead enters your pipeline, and 3 days later, automatic email. 7 days later, another automatic email. That's the automation. It does nothing. The open rates are, well, not very good. The leads ignore it because the drip doesn't know that the lead told you on the call that they will be away on a trip for the next 2 weeks. And the drip sends the same email to the lead who said, let's go, and the lead who said, please never contact me again. The expensive decision isn't write the email. It's out of 80 people in my pipeline today, which 5 actually needs attention, and what specifically should I say to each? This is what good follow automation actually looks like. It reads your CRM, your inbox, your call notes. It surfaces the top 5 that needs a touch today. With context, Sarah at Acme said that she'd decide by April 15th. That was yesterday. Here's a suggested check-in. It drafts a message, you approve, edit, or skip. The whole thing takes 8 minutes instead of 40. In the businesses I've looked at, this compresses 30 to 40 minutes of daily triage into under 10. But the real win isn't within the minutes. It's that the leads most likely to close actually gets touched, instead of drowning in a pipeline everyone's too busy to look at. Now, the next one is the one that surprised me most when I started paying attention to it. Number 2, meetings. And again, another part you'd think. Everyone knows meeting transcriptions. Otter, Fathom, Granola. They transcribe. And that's good. It's the problem that's solved. The transcript does nothing for you by itself. It's a 4,000-word document you'll never read. The actual value was the 6 action items hidden inside it, and who was supposed to do them. And that's where most teams break. The meeting ends, someone swears they'll send a summary, they don't, or they do, in a Slack thread that dies by lunch. And by Wednesday, half of the action items are lost, and you're having another meeting to figure out what was agreed in the first meeting. The automation that pays back isn't the transcription. It's the extraction, assignment, and distribution. AI reads the transcript, it pulls out every commitment. Jordan will draft Q3 roadmap by Friday. It knows who Jordan is because your team roster is loaded. It drops the task into linear assigned to Jordan due Friday and notifies Jordan in Slack. And done, before the meeting attendees have even left the room. For the team that has even 5 meetings a week, this reliably eliminates an hour or 2 downstream coordination per person. and it reduces the number of things that silently get dropped, which is where the real money is. A missed follow-up with a client is worth way more than 45 minutes of admin time. Number 3, accounts payable. This one specifically kills businesses between 10 and 50 people where the finance person is part-time, doing 3 jobs, or there's no finance person and it's whoever opens the email first. The usual automation attempt, OCR, extract the numbers from the PDF, put them in a QuickBooks or Xero, which is useful and it saves time typing. The actual cost isn't the data entry, it's what happens next. The invoice arrives, it has to go to the right approver. Small ones to the ops manager, big ones to the founder, and vendor-specific ones to whoever owns the relationship. Then it has to be matched against the PO if there was one, and it has to not get lost in someone's inbox for 18 days while the vendor sends increasingly angry follow-ups. The automation that pays back classifies the invoice, checks it against the policy, and routes it. For under $500 for a known vendor, same monthly amount, auto-approved, booked, paid. Over $2,000 or a new vendor, goes to the founder with a pre-filled summary. This is new. Here's the vendor, and here's what they're charging, approve or deny. Exception handling is also baked in. If the amount is weirdly high for that vendor, it flags that anomaly instead of silently paying it. A conservative range for a 20-person business, this saves the finance person or office manager 6 to 10 hours a month. More importantly, vendors get paid on time, which I promise has a compounding effect. Your vendors will quietly give you better terms when they stop treating you like a collection problem. Number 4, customer support. And I have to be very careful about this one because there's a lot of bad automation in this category. The wrong version is launch a chatbot that tries to answer everything and immediately makes every customer angry. They type their real question, my order didn't arrive. And the bot replies with, I'd be happy to help. Could you please provide your order number? And the customer has already lost faith in you. Don't do that one. The right automation is first response triage and drafting. A ticket arrives, AI reads it, classifies category and urgency, and it does 2 things. If it's a true level 1, where it's a password reset, order status lookup, known FAQ, it answers with the correct info, and using the actual wording, it pings a human the moment the customer pushes back. If there's anything that's more complex, it routes to the right person and drafts a personalized reply for that person to review and send. The human doesn't skip reading, they skim. Edit 1 sentence, hit send. Reply time goes down from hours to under 10 minutes. And the cognitive load on your support person drops to maybe 20% of what it was because they're editing, not writing from scratch. The goal is not no humans. The goal is every customer gets a correct personal reply in under 10 minutes. Humans stay in the loop for anything with stakes. Automation handles the part that was never the hard part, reading the ticket, figuring out what to say first. Number 5. And this is where most small businesses haven't figured out yet, because until very recently, it took an engineering team to set up. That's changed. And once you have it, you can't remember how you ran your business without it. Every business I've looked at runs into the same pattern. Someone needs to make a decision right now. A client asks about pricing for a new scope, and you know you quoted their related project last year, but you can't remember the number. A vendor is chasing an invoice and you know you told them something about timing. A new hire asks what the refund policy is, and there are 3 versions of it in 3 different documents. The information exists. It's written down somewhere. It's just unreachable within the 90 seconds where the decision actually needs to happen. So the decision stalls. Let me get back to you. And a 20-minute hunt begins. Slack, email, Drive, CRM to find the answer that was already written. That's the decision cost, not the search itself. The fact that the decision is paused while someone's searching for that information that already exists. The usual attempt to fix this is let's reorganize Notion or let's write better SOPs. It doesn't work. The problem was never storage. It was retrieval. You already wrote the thing down. You just couldn't find it in the moment you needed it. What works now is an AI layer that reads across all of it. Slack, email, Notion, the CRM, call transcripts, whatever you've got. You ask it in a natural language question, it reads a lot, pulls the answer, and shows you the receipt so that you can verify. Same question from a different teammate 3 weeks later, same answer, same 30 seconds. Your business develops memory. Conservative numbers from the teams I've looked at, around 10 to 15 of these retrieval moments per person per week, each one used to eat 15 to 20 minutes. Now they eat under a minute. Across a 10-person team, that's a full work week of time recovered every month. But the time is almost besides the point. The real win is that decisions stop waiting. Deals close faster because your salesperson can answer pricing in real time. Onboarding stops dragging because the new hires can answer their own questions. And institutional memory doesn't walk out the door every time someone leaves. At this point, you might be running a list in your head. What about marketing automation? Inventory? Social media scheduling? Raw data entry? Yes, those are all automatable. No, they're not first. 3 reasons. 1, most of them are already solved. Buffer handles social scheduling for $15 a month. QuickBook handles most data entry. So stop building what you can buy. That's not automation strategy. That's over-engineering. 2, most of them are industry-specific. Marketing automation for a B2B SaaS looks nothing like the playbook for a dentist or a restaurant. Automate your marketing isn't advice. It's a noun. Inventory works the same way. If you're wondering whether you have an inventory problem, you don't have one yet. 3, most of them don't compound. Automate data entry and you save 15, 20 minutes a day, and it stays 15 minutes forever. The task gets faster, but the business doesn't move. The 5 I've just walked you through are different. They're universal. They apply whether you're a 3-person consultancy, a 30-person agency, or a 50-person product company. They are decision heavy, and every time one of them fires, something else in the business moves. Follow-ups go out, invoices get paid, tickets get replies, commitments actually happen. That's the filter. These 5 pass it. Everything else might save you minutes here and there, but it won't move the business. It'll just feel like progress. If you only take one thing from this video, take the filter. When you're evaluating whether to automate something, ask, does this compress a decision or does this compress a keystroke? If it's a keystroke, fine. Maybe do it, maybe don't. If it's a decision, drop everything and do it first. I wrote this up as a proper framework where I delve into the 5 workflows in detail and the common mistakes I see businesses make when implementing them. You can find them in the link in the description below, where you can put in your email and a PDF hits your inbox in about 30 seconds. Remember the filter: decision, not task. Pick the one that's hurting you most and start it this week. See you again.